Alright guys, this is part 2 of Facebook training for Project Freedom. So we were talking about attraction marketing using Facebook status updates, and I was just finishing up talking about writing Facebook posts from the heart and writing it right away, meaning instantly. That moment that you get that surge of motivation or inspiration, you know what I mean? Go to your Facebook, whether it's on your phone or if you're already on Facebook, and just type away and just go with it. Why is that valuable again? Well, I can recall so many times where, I'm stumbling on Facebook and, maybe I'm not having such the best of days, or I'm searching for some motivation for the day, and I'll go to like, um, a guy like, I don't know, let's say Tony Rush, or one of the leaders within their groups, Facebook, and I'll read something and I'll just get this rush of motivation and inspiration, and so it's really valuable to do that, to give value to people through your content, and what better way to write content is from your heart. All right, next is be consistent in posting because Facebook likes it. What do I mean by that? Well, as you guys know, there's a thing called let's see here, let's see if I can find it. There's a thing called your wall here, right? This is where all your other friends would post their stuff, and it pops up, right? Yes, don't get me wrong, it will pop up after you post something, but Facebook likes people, um, pe pe people that post consistently, okay? Meaning every day. Like the more you do it, the more you're gonna show up in people's news feeds or walls. And when you are in the internet marketing niche, you're gonna have a lot of friends or competition doing the same thing, trying to get their news feed popping up. And then just on top of that, you just keep showing up in people's news feeds over and over again. People are just going to get familiar with you and just keep reading your posts and following you every day, whether you're trying to sell something or not. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, at least you're getting eyeballs on your post, right? And by being consistent and doing it every day, you get a higher chance. It's just like ranking your blog on the Power Network blog in Google. Sorry, Google likes blogs that have been giving consistent new content every day for at least 90 days before you can actually really see massive traffic to your blog. And again, traffic equals leads equals sales, right? Okay, cool. Next is you want to focus on getting more likes and comments from people. Put in brackets social proof, and not getting sales. Okay, so when you're posting stuff, your goals, your mindset shouldn't be, ooh, that sounded really good what I just wrote. Watch the sales come in, or I hope I make a bunch of sales from this one post. La da 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 da. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Your goal shouldn't be making sales from posting every day. Your goal is just to get more likes, get more comments from people. And why is that important? Well, if you're getting likes and comments from people all over the place every day, you know what I mean? What's happening is you're building your list. If you think about it, Facebook is like a giant autoresponder, okay? The only thing is it's just not on autopilot. Not unless you use tools like Hootsuite, well, that will post for you every day. But I'd rather just do it manually because again, it's better that way. It's from the heart. Um, yeah, like Facebook is a big autoresponder. You know what I mean? Like building an email list, uh, through Aweber or whatever on Facebook, you're building your friends list. See, the average Facebook user has about 300 friends. When I started on Facebook, I had about 600. So for me, I mean, uh, anybody that I've added after that has been from the internet marketing or work from home or online marketing niche, or people that, I'm targeting, right? So in reality, these are leads, right? Potentially everyone's a lead. Everyone that has a credit card will be able to buy from you. is a lead, technically speaking. So, you know what I mean? When it comes to making money online, your goal is not to focus on making money because that comes off desperate, but more so just provide value to people. And how you gauge your results, if that's if you're not making sales yet, is by how many likes and comments you're getting already. And through that process of doing that over and over, you attract more likes and comments. Eventually, you're gonna get people that you'll see popping up commenting and liking your stuff almost every day, what is that gonna tell you about that person? That person is most likely interested in what you're doing and who you are. I'll give you a really cool example of someone here. I'll give you an example of Mark Dayton. Okay, he's one of our newest member. Um, he joined like 2 weeks ago, literally, and I wanted to show you a funny post that I put, and he commented out of the blue saying I wanted to hear more. And it wasn't really me trying to get people to sign up, which is interesting because I'll get into that in a little bit, like 20% selling, 80% value statuses. I just want to show you that example and proof here what I mean. As long as I can get my internet going. But yeah, Mark started with us like 2 weeks ago. Literally was just struggling in a sense with his existing MLM. And you know, I was able to provide enough value for the guy that he accepted to work with me. And one thing that actually stuck out of my mind, he said a lot. He said was, Tony, for some reason, you keep popping up. So what that mean was like he just kept seeing my Facebook posts every day, and like something was drawing him to me. You know what I mean? So just a perfect example of attraction marketing at its best. As you can see here, more likes and comments. Come on, internet. Any day now. There's people waiting for ya. Okay, cool. So while we're scrolling here, uh, positive rants. So here are some statuses that attract more likes and comments. Okay, you can do positive rants. Why did I put positive? Because no one wants to hear negative rants. No one wants to be around a negative Nelly. You know what I mean? A person that just complains and complains and talks about their, you know, negativity. It doesn't breed positivity. It's common sense, right? So you can do positive rants. So for instance, like, you know, I'll talk about society and, you know, how most people live their life every day not knowing, you know, what their ultimate goal in life is, and I'll put a positive spin on it, but I'll give a rant. I'll go off about how pissed off I am with some people that just don't know how to have a clear vision. And then I'll back it up with how to do it, right? So I'll turn it into a positive, and then basically what happens is it relates to people, and people just gravitate to it, and they'll put comments and likes and saying, "I agree, that was amazing." You know what I mean? That's what you're looking for. Motivational stories, yours or others. So, for instance, you know, when you start, obviously you're not gonna have success stories to talk about your own. I mean, so why don't you use others like myself? I'm not saying I'm successful, but you know, recently I retired. I don't have to work another day in my life, and I give you all permissions to use them. Use my story as much as you want. Market the crap out of it. You know what I mean? As long as it benefits you. Or you can use, you know, then once you grow your own success, your small success, you're gonna be able to start sharing your own story over and over. And that's how you do it, guys. Motivational stories. People relate to that stuff. People love hearing stories. It's like your own little CNBC online, but Facebook style. You know what I mean? None of that garbage. None of that stuff where people get shot and killed every day. No one wants to hear that, right? You can do income proofs, yours or others. Again, you know, showing pictures. Here's me making $3,000. You know what I mean? Little stuff like that. It goes a long way. Um, there's a three there. I reassure you, there's a three there. I just don't want to minimize it and lose the potential to go show you what Mark, the way I got Mark involved. Anyways, there's also quotes you know, that everyone can relate to, quotes that people just get, you know, and this is attracting personal development people, and that's what you really want in your business is people that are open to change, people that can motivate, lead. You know what I mean? Those are the people that really make up your business. And you can and make sure you're attaching pictures that give people the wow factor, things that stand out, things that you know first glance to go, whoa, what is that? You know, and get all interested to read more about it, or you know what I mean, to even start talking to you about it. Okay, I do apologize for the internet again. I promise you guys that I would be so successful in life that I will buy out an internet company and make sure this doesn't happen again. Okay? But I wrote something like a stupid quote, like I don't know. When I say stupid, I didn't mean stupid. I'm just to me, it's just very small. It's not like a big post. It's just a stupid, silly, stupid. I don't know. Anyways, a very simple quote, and it wasn't even me saying, "Hey, if you like this quote, go to my link here, sign up for Empower." It was nothing like that. It was just a quick. Let's just use I mean, brick walls are there to you know what I mean, test those who aren't willing to be strong enough to go through them or something. And then Mark just messaged me out of nowhere. I want to know more of what you're doing. You know what I mean? Didn't even pitch the guy. Didn't sell him anything here. Just a random quote. But he's been following me. Like I said, he's been telling me I keep popping up. And the cool part was he joined right away because he said, "Why wouldn't I want to work with you?" You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to boost my ego, guys. I'm just telling you that it works. I'm just showing you live proof. And now Mark is a leader. I look at him as a leader. He has like 4 people on his team within a week, right? And what he's doing, he's providing value to his team constantly. So it just shows you, you know, how powerful this can be. But just to recap really quick, I think I might have to make another video here. We're at 12 minutes. 20% selling and 80% value. If you go on my wall, okay, 20% of it is me trying to promote Empower Network hard. Meaning, you see this? $500? No way. This is just insane. You got to get on this. Get on this now. That's like your direct selling approach, right? And then you got stuff like, well, this is kind of selling as well. You know, is what I'm doing a pyramid? Hell yeah, 100% pyramid. You know what I mean? Just not the bad ones, right? If you want to go and build your own pyramid, click here. And then there's 80% value, right? My little quotes here. All I got in my life is sin is me and my laptop. And the people that can relate to that will like it, right? And it's always different, right, too. But you'll also notice there's very similar people that always like and so forth. Here's Kim giving a really good value post, right? Usually the value posts are a little longer than the selling point posts. But I post 80% value for the most of the time, and then 20% selling. And basically, what I'm doing is I'm using the Pareto principle. All right. I really try not to sell because that's not what we do, guys. We empower. Don't forget that we empower people, and the more you can empower people, the more you'll make. That's just how life works. And then when you understand that concept, you'll be a millionaire. But 20% value is so crucial to understand as well because you have to have a sales, you have to sell a little bit, right? You, if you think you're gonna post Facebook statuses all day about value, not everyone's just gonna say, "Oh, I want to join you," because they won't really know what the heck you're talking about. But when you start talking about power for 20% of the time, saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing," eventually they're gonna catch on and go, "Ah, that's what you're doing. I like it," right? Why? Because 80% of the time, you gave them value. So when you start talking about power and selling something, most likely they'll accept it, and most likely they'll join. Right? My goal is to get people, so comfortable with what I'm doing that if I decide to approach them, talk to them about power, I've already got them 80% sold. That's a golden nugget right there, guys. and the video